Hey, what's up? This is AJ, and today I want to welcome you to the third and final part of the Limiting Belief series. So before we hop into the video itself, I just want to thank you guys so much for the love and support shown to the channel. We've really grown heights that I didn't even think of before, but thank you so much. If you're really focusing on these videos and these videos are helping you, just go down to the comments and just tell me how these videos have helped you so far, any ideas that I should add to my videos, and any questions, any suggestions that you have to make the videos better. Without further ado, let's crack into this. So a very important quality when you are trying to end a belief that you currently have, a limiting belief, is to question yourself. When you decide to question a limiting belief, it loses its power because you're starting to see it in a different light. Limiting beliefs lose their power the more you consider them to be untrue. The more you question a limiting belief, the more you put it under a more rational, a more logical light, the more you will see it or you will consider it to be ridiculous and untrue. So one question I want you to ask yourself is a very important question. What if I'm wrong? I can't find love because I'm short, I'm fat, I'm ugly. What if you're wrong? I can't find a job because of my race, because of my social demographic, because of my gender. What if you're wrong? These limiting beliefs control our lives. They become the captain of our ships. They become the stars of our movies when we are supposed to be the ones controlling our lives. When you allow a limiting belief to take hold of your life or your future or your decisions or whatever you do, your daily life, you will end up becoming a victim of your bad choices. You end up becoming a victim of taking wrong action. My friend, that is bad. So in order to get rid of our limiting beliefs, we have to be able to question them. In my past video, I spoke about how you should categorize your general beliefs in order to identify which ones are detrimental. Now I'm asking you to go to the detrimental ones that we previously identified, and I want you to ask yourself, what if you're wrong? What if the reason why you aren't achieving these levels you want to achieve is not because of something you can't control, like your race or your gender or your social demographic, whatever it is? So I want you to look at this next part with a bit of a critical eye. What do I mean? I want you to ask yourself, how is this limiting belief serving you? Most of us hold on to limiting beliefs in order to feel safe, to victimize ourselves, to protect ourselves from struggle, from any type of competition, from any type of work. We love to imagine ourselves as victims, as not controlling of our own destiny. So because we have these set of beliefs or assumptions in our head, we believe that these things are things we can't overcome. So generally, we hold on to these limiting beliefs to protect ourselves from potential struggle or potential failure. You can't find a girlfriend because you're short. That protects you from actually going out and meeting girls that may become the love of your life. You make less money than your peers because you're black. Instead of choosing to overlook that fact and work on your skills and become better than your peers. You have these limiting beliefs that keep you from actually working. I mean, as I said before and as I emphasized, we have these limiting beliefs because they make us feel special or they make us feel victimized. They make us feel safe. They make us feel, self-righteous. And these things are bad because they're pulling us away, further and further away from becoming that person we've always wanted to become. A lot of us have faced adversity at some point. I have faced adversity. The richest billionaires out there have definitely felt adversity. The poorest people out there have definitely felt adversity. But when we choose to have our limiting beliefs become our comfort zone, make us feel safe and make us go against actually getting to the root cause, actually going against competition and actually beating our adversity, we become victims, we become losers. And we aren't losers in the be cool space. We are winners. We choose to overcome what these beliefs tell us to believe. So with that being said, I want you to figure out what beliefs or what limiting beliefs are holding you back. And I want you to really ask yourself, how are these beliefs serving me? I can't find a partner because I'm too fat. How is that serving you? I can't get a raise because I'm not smart enough. How is that serving you? I can't get into this university because I'm not rich enough. How is that serving you? I want you to really ask, if I'm holding on to this belief, if I'm using my energy to hold on desperately to something that is moving me back, is it really worth it? Is it worth it holding on to these beliefs? How can I find a way around these beliefs? The most successful people look at problems, look at mountains, look at holes, and they tell themselves, how can I get around this? How can I become flexible enough in order for this thing that I'm looking at to not affect me? So something I want you to do now is ask yourself, is this belief serving me in some way? When I tell somebody I can't do something because of something else, am I really victimizing myself? Am I telling myself I am a loser? Am I telling myself it's okay because I really tried, but I'm not really there yet? Or am I actually applying myself? Am I saying, hey, look, I may not be like this and this world is unfair, but am I really gonna be the loser that decides to not take action? Am I really gonna be the person that's scared, constantly fearing failure or struggle? Or am I gonna become the successful person, the Jeff Bezos, the Elon Musk, the George Soros? Am I gonna become the successful person that impacts lives, that changes the way I feel about struggle, about adversity? The third thing I want you to do is create new beliefs. I want you to come up with ways that you may be wrong. Remember the first step I wanted you to take? What if I'm wrong? Now I want you to come up with ways that you are wrong. A simple question I get asked a lot by my followers or by my friends or by whoever goes on my website and anonymously. By the way, if you have any questions, if you want to get into contact with me directly or my team, just go down to the link in the description below and click on it and you'll go to my website where you can fill out a form and you can speak directly to me. But anyway, the question I get asked a lot is, AJ, I am not good looking, all right? The average person is not attracted to my weight or my height or my looks. But then I ask myself, are you really out there looking for the average person? If somebody as shallow, as superficial as that cares so much about your height or your looks or your outward appearance, I mean, because that is really shallow and superficial, then are you really gonna be happy with that person anyway? If somebody only likes you because of something you can't control, are you really going to be in a happy, successful, open relationship with them? So with that being said, I want you to write down 4 to 5 assumptions or limiting beliefs. Then I want you to write down for every single assumption or belief you have made, contrary or alternative beliefs or assumptions to the ones you've made. So if you believe that I can't get fit, I can't work out, I can't become healthy because of my genetics, I want you to write down a belief that is contrary to that. I can do whatever I put my mind to. My genetics are not a factor to me becoming healthy, to me becoming better. So the very last thing I want you to do, just to finalize, is I want you to test these new beliefs that we've created from step 3. Whatever cannot be tested cannot be trusted. So if you have a new belief system, how will you know if it's effective if you have not tested it? So this is where you need to take action. If you actively believe that you are being rejected constantly because of something you can't control, then I want you to actively go out and do it again and again and again until you find that person that doesn't reject you for something you can't control, such as your height or whatever. Something we tend to do, especially when you're trying out new things, is we tend to give up fast. We tend to become discouraged. But don't become discouraged. If you see that it's not exactly working out as soon as you start, if you see that you're not at that level you wanted to be as soon as you start, I want you to know that you've planted a seed. When you go out there and you go and be yourself and you say, hey, look, I may not be charismatic, but I know that I am funny. I know that I am interesting. Then what you have done is you started walking along the path towards becoming charismatic fully, becoming, I don't know, Will Smith or Chris Hemsworth. You have walked already down that path to becoming that person you've always wanted to become. You've planted that that seed of growth. So treat it like a scientist testing a hypothesis. Back when I had to do sciences before I switched to business, we had to create a hypothesis, especially when we had to plan out our experiments, especially when it was practicals. We had to plan out our experiments, we had to create a hypothesis, we had to create a whole list of things we need, the whole process, the procedure, whatever it is. We had to test it out. But if it didn't work, if it didn't happen, we had to look back on what we did wrong. If maybe we added too much acid, maybe we added too much, I don't know, calcium hydroxide, maybe we added too little of something and we didn't get to the hypothesis at which we started with. And that's okay. Treat it as if you're wearing a new pair of jeans. Don't put so much pressure on yourself, because that is when the resistance comes in. Now, something that I need you to do is you need to become fully committed to this new belief. You have picked up your old limiting beliefs through years and years of conditioning, years and years of past trauma. So it will be very difficult if you don't commit to destroying these beliefs and carrying new beliefs as you go forward. If you don't commit, or if you don't decide now to have these beliefs and run with them, you will end up going back to the old beliefs you had before. You end up victimizing yourself and blaming yourself, saying, hey, look, I tried to go and speak to my crush and they rejected me. It's probably because I'm short. It's probably because I'm ugly. It's probably because I'm fat. You will go and be like, I tried to get that new promotion and I failed. It's probably because of my gender. It's probably because of you will go back to these limiting, destructive beliefs. And it may not even be true. Next, I want you to instill these new beliefs into your life by constantly doing them, by constantly applying them every day. For example, if we take that idea that you are fat because of your genetics or because of something you can't control, then I want you to decide, make a plan on how you can prove yourself wrong. Make a plan. I will work out 2 times a week and I will eat this thing. That's what professionals do. That's what people that change their lives do. They make plans into everyday life, into how they can destroy these beliefs that they currently had. So guys, I hope you loved that video. I hope it really impacted you. If you felt any value from what I just spoke about, just go down, press subscribe, press like, it'll help the channel a lot. In the comment section, ask me any questions that you have from this video, because I honestly believe that this video will take you from where you are to where you want to become, just from the plant that you've planted in your head. So the question of the day for my viewers is, would you rather have the ability to go to the future or go back in time? Maybe you want to change your past mistakes and change how you saw things back in life. I mean, honestly, I would have gone back in time and bought like 100,000 Bitcoins back when it was like $10. And I don't know, I would have been a billionaire by now. But I don't know. Tell me what you think down in the comment section below.